Hey, what's up guys? It's me Lilly, and today I'm reporting here from Austria again. So right now the diesel price is at €2.11 per liter. It's pretty expensive. Also, I think if you convert it to gallons, that's around $10 or something. So it's about double the price in Europe than it is in the US. So it's really crazy. Also, there's another news story that I want to tell you, which I read yesterday in the news. So one company was hiring new employees, and some people wanted to start to work in this company. But then, because the fuel prices are so high, people said that they don't want to come anymore because it's too expensive to commute to the working place. So then they have called the employer and said they won't come to work. Instead, they will stay in the unemployment because it's more profitable to stay unemployed. So now this boss, the company owner, was super furious that he won't get any workers because of the high fuel prices. All right, I found the article. Fuel is too expensive. Unemployment benefit recipients reject job offer. If the situation on the global market doesn't ease, prices of up to €3 per liter could even become possible. While there's currently no supply shortages in Austria, prices are nevertheless rising. More and more people are venting their frustrations on social media. It's no longer worth working, so I'll quit and live off the state. For a lot of people, the commute to work simply isn't worth it anymore. If you want to support my channel, the best way to do so is to purchase a Odenwolf knife via my affiliate link. And this is one of their products. It's a really cool small camping knife, Scandi version. I really love this one. It cuts very well, it's very sharp. Comes with a decent sheath for a very good price. So if you want to support my channel, I will put the affiliate link into the description below. And with my discount code Lilly10, you will get 10% off, which is great. Okay, now I need to go into this hardware store. I need to buy a couple of things. Alright, so I'm back from the hardware store, and I purchased a couple of things, and I was looking around, you know, some products, how much everything is right now, and I've noticed a slight price increase with some tools, but also I've noticed that with some tools the batteries were locked inside of a cupboard. I've never seen that before, so that's new. And yeah, I purchased a few things. I purchased a couple of garden shoes for $15, and then I need this key here for my drill. That's $4.50, and I need a couple of screws, and these are perfect for my projects, and they are also not cheap, so that's €3.19. All right, so now let's check out some more news that is happening here in Europe. Germany, for example, wants to build nuclear reactors again, but this time they want to build smaller reactors, mini reactors, and a couple of them, so not just one big one, but a lot of small ones. That's the plan. The problem is we are now in a climate crisis, and until you complete building those nuclear power plants, it will take 5, 10, 15 years, so it will take a while. And also, now in an interview, I've seen this article where they were discussing the pros and cons of nuclear power plants. And in one talk show, a Green Party politician was saying that many small nuclear power plants are many wonderful targets for attack. So the Greens do not want to build nuclear power plants because they are saying it could be attacked by a rocket or something. Yeah, but then you cannot have anything anymore, right? So this is the argument that the Greens are now bringing in Germany, which is against nuclear power plants. Yeah, it was a little bit concerning to read that, because then I thought, do they plan something? Like, do they want to join a war or something? So every time I read such an article, it makes me feel a little bit uneasy. Yeah, also in Germany, they are warning of a possible fuel shortage at the end of April. Also, a drone was hitting a power plant in Estonia and Latvia, and first they thought it was a Russian drone, but actually it was a drone from Ukraine. Iran war, 40 facilities have been damaged, oil production down to 40%. Also in Germany, they are already warning that filling the gas storage facilities will become a problem for next winter. I think we have to brace ourselves for really high prices. Also now in the south of Germany, they want to build 2,000 wind turbines. The problem is that in this region there's not a lot of wind, so those wind turbines, they will not make a lot of profit. But still the government wants to give out subventions to companies who are building them. And of course, this money is paid for by the German taxpayer. Also here they are saying that Germany's economy is at the point of no return. If anyone still needed a concrete figure to illustrate the dramatic state of the German economy, the Federal Statistical Office has now delivered it. The country's investment ratio is negative, as depreciation exceeds nominal investments. Slowly but surely the lights are going out. Private sector engagement is being crowded out by the NGO complex, green subsidy entrepreneurs, and all the incentive hunters who offer no real products or service on the market but are very adept at exploiting public funding. Meanwhile, the real economy, the free private sector, is packing its bags. Whether it's mechanical engineering, automotive or chemical, companies are retreating and increasingly investing abroad. In 2024, over 60 billion in net direct investment was withdrawn from Germany. Germany's infrastructure, building stock and industrial capital are eroding over time and are not being maintained. It is clear that an economy unable to renew its capital stock in a market form competitive way is falling behind. People are impoverishing and society risks severe social upheavals. It is baffling and evidence of deep-seated cognitive dissonance not to recognize the collapse of the German industry for what it is, the dismantling of our prosperity. Our prosperity and wealth is being dismantled. If you think about what wealth is, it's people building their wealth, being able to purchase stuff that they like, for example this car, this phone or this thing here, yeah. But also it's being able to replenish broken stuff. For example, when these glasses break, I need to be financially able to replace them. And the government has to set the conditions so I can replace them. But if the conditions are not here and I cannot replace my broken products, this jacket for example, or garden shoes which are damaged, then my wealth decreases. Germany now survives on wear and tear, consuming its own substance while remaining silent to avoid confronting these threatening facts. German industrial sector has lost about 1/5 of its production volume. Households are holding on to their money. This is just not a normal recession. The self-inflicted energy crisis, which now accelerates in public awareness through the Strait of Hormuz, has caused a shock. Yet it has evidently not been enough to produce political course corrections at the ballot box. German statism has deeply embedded itself into the collective consciousness through the state education system, state-aligned media and the constant barrage of green socialist NGOs. This naive faith in the state is a deeply rooted metabolical anchor that cannot be easily uprooted. That's the state of Germany. In the Federal Republic, there's a real crisis that society in the coming years of crisis will increasingly follow socialist charlatans. Oh my God. They present a painless therapy of simple wealth redistribution as solution. Also, there's a new price cap on fuel introduced by the government in Austria. From April on, fuel prices in Austria will be 10 cents per liter cheaper. But that's not a lot, 10 cents. So other countries are doing better. Italy, for example, they have reduced the price per liter by 25 cents. Damage is looming. 400 billion euros of damage. Europe's logistic companies are struggling to maintain their global supply chains. The Gulf states have largely ceased to function as logistic hubs due to the Iran attacks. Every fifth German has plans to move abroad because they don't have perspective in Germany anymore. Also, here we can see an article about a pizzeria. They were switching off the oven, the pizza oven. They were charged with an electricity bill of 23,000 euros. Also now in Austria, there's a new law that counties have to build wind turbines if they want or not, and if they are not building them, they will face penalties. A lot of people say, oh, we now switch to renewable energies because we don't have enough of oil and gas. But the thing is that renewable energies, they are not able to carry all of the load because they don't have storage capacities, right? So what are you doing on a day-to-day when it's raining and foggy? You don't have sun, you maybe have a little bit of wind, but when it's not windy, what are you doing then? Then you will have just rolling blackouts like they have in South Africa, right? Gifts unaffordable. Mother despairs before Easter. Easter is just around the corner, normally a cause of celebration, but many Viennese are despairing. Often there is not enough of money left for gifts for the children. War in Iran. Now price shocks threaten supermarkets. Experts are sounding the alarm. Rising energy prices due to the Iran war could soon affect food prices. Experts expect rapid consequences, especially for staple foods. So after reading all of these newspaper articles, I can only say start prepping, get your teeth done. If you need new glasses, purchase them. If you need a new laptop or anything else, then purchase it now if you can. Alright guys, so I need to go. And thank you for watching, guys. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you're subscribing to my channel and stay tuned till next time.